Welcome to our phonics lesson. Students watching, let's begin by our new special sounds on chart 8 together. They're in 3. R starts A-R, R-R-R. Insert C-H. Or in morning, O-R, or. Ow and ow, O-U, ow, ow, ow. Ow and owl, O-W, ow, ow, ow. O in bull, O-W, O-O-O. In verse, E-R. In nurse, U-R, in bird, I-R, Oi in coin, O-I, oi, oi, oi. Oi in boy, O-Y, oi, oi, oi. In book, Ooh in tooth, O-O, ooh, ooh, ooh. Whir in worms, W-O-R, whir, whir, whir. I in night, I-G-H, I. All in ball, A-L-L, all. Ock in block, A-L-K, ock. Oh, students watching, boys and girls in this classroom, this new chart is sounding good. I think we're ready for a contest now. I'm not sure which group is going to do the very best saying these special sounds. What do you think? Boys watching, is it going to be the boys? Girls watching, do you think it's going to be the girls? Well, let's find out. We'll start with our boys and boys watching with this special sound, then our girls and girls watching, then our boys, then our girls, and so on. So boys and boys watching, stand up, and let's start together. Again, out and out. O-U, ow, ow, ow. Owl, O-W, ow, ow, ow. O in bull, O-W, O-O-O. In verse, E-R, nurse, U-R, in bird, I-R, Oi in coin, O-I, oi, oi, oi. Oi in boy, O-Y, oi, oi, oi. In book, O-O, ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh in tooth, O-O, ooh, ooh, ooh. Whir in worms, W-O-R, whir, whir, whir. I in night, I-G-H, I. All in ball, A-L-L, all. Ock in block, A-L-K, ock. Oh, have a seat. Girls watching, boys watching, girls in this classroom, boys in this classroom, I couldn't make a decision. I thought you sounded very nice as you said those special sounds. Are you starting to memorize and know them, students watching? Well, on my board, I have some very special words, and what's special about them is this. They're compound words. And remember, a compound word is two words put together to make a bigger word. Well, I need some help on my board, and the help I need is this. I need some people who can take the little words in the compound word and neatly circle those little words. Let's start with our very first little word right here. Let's have Jacelyn come up and do our very first find those two little words in our compound word. Our next compound word, let's have Tyson come up and find those two little words. And for our last compounded word, Isaiah, you come up and find the two little words in it. Now, while they're doing that, I want to see how well you remember your special sound. Students watching, give me just the clue word for this card. And help us out with just the clue word. Jaden K?
Frog.
Now look one more time. What's the two letters?
Flake.
There you go. Say it again so our students watching can hear you. Flake is right. Girls watching. And help us out, Kendra.
Chip.
Fantastic. Boys watching. And Lucas.
Stop.
Wonderful. What about this one, Jed?
Duck.
That was fast. This one right here, Cooper, A-N.
Pray.
This one is for Tyson.
Good.
Good job. Now let's check this work on the board and we'll see if we have time to come back to play a little bit of a game with these cards. Our first one right here. Help us out by reading the entire word, Leah.
Pancake.
And what's the first little word, students watching? And the first little word, Leah?
Pan.
And the second little word?
Cake.
Nice job. This word right here. Read the entire word. Kyle.
Sunset.
No, put it together. Be a little bit louder.
Sunset.
Sunset is right. What's our first little word? Rock. Brock, stand up fast. Tell us what the first little word is. Help them out, students watching. What's our first little word? And Kira, what's our first little word? Sun is it. What's our second little word?
Wise sunset.
What's just our second little word?
Set.
Set is correct. This last word right here, Isaiah, you did a nice job circling it. Read this word to us now, Hannah A.
Tugboat.
You got it. What's the first little word, Brock?
Tug.
One more time. What is it?
Tug.
Tug is it. And the second little word is what? Jaden K.
Boat.
Boat is right. We put it together to make our word tugboat. Now, on my board, I have some sentences, but students watching and boys and girls in this classroom, the sentences have some problems. Do you remember what a sentence begins with, students watching? And what does a sentence begin with, Lucas?
Capital letter.
A capital letter is right, and it usually ends with what, students watching? And what does it usually end with, Benjamin?
Period.
But does it always end with a period, Benjamin?
No.
No, it doesn't. We talked about some other punctuation in lessons that we had before. Well, I need some help because my sentences are just wrong. I couldn't remember to put a capital letter, and I wasn't sure what punctuation to put at the end. So students watching, boys and girls in this classroom, be ready to help me with these sentences. Look at our first sentence in green, and students watching, read our sentence in green to us. And read this sentence to us. Hannah S.
The dog ate the bone.
Very good job with that speed. Now I need to start fixing this sentence. What's the first thing I need to fix, Rio?
The capital letter.
That's it. And what letter do I need to make capital, Rio?
T.
T is it. This T right at the very beginning. I need to cross that out. I need to put a capital letter T so that we all know a sentence begins with a capital letter. Now, Hannah S., go ahead and stand up and read this sentence to us again.
The dog ate the bone.
What do you think needs to go at the end of this sentence, students watching? And what do you think belongs at the end of this sentence? Jaden K.?
A period.
She's right. I just need to take a period to put at the end of the sentence. I'm just stating a fact. The dog ate the bone, and that's exactly what my sentence tells me. Well, I have another sentence in blue. Read the sentence in blue to us, Lucas.
The cat will lap the milk.
Very good job with smoothness. Students watching, how did I do writing this sentence? Oh, they said I have to fix something. Leah, what do I need to fix?
The capital letter.
I do. And what letter needs to be capital, Leah?
The T.
The T does, so I'm going to cross out my little t. I'm going to put my capital letter T, and now is my sentence right, students watching? Oh, what do you think? Is my sentence right now, Rio?
No.
It isn't. What needs to be fixed?
The period.
Yes, I need to put a period right at the end of this sentence. Now let's have Lucas stand up. You read us this sentence again. This time it's fixed.
The cat will lap the milk.
Very nice job with that. We have another sentence in pink. Students watching, you be reading this sentence out loud while Tyson reads it out loud.
Will Max eat the cake?
Now read it again with expression. Think about what you just read.
Will Max eat the cake?
Oh, good job. He noticed what needs to be at the end. Students watching, did you read it the way that Tyson did? Well, I need some help with this sentence. I know it's not right. Students watching, tell me what I need to fix. And give me something I need to fix, Jed.
You have to put a capital letter at the beginning.
You're right. So what letter needs to be the capital letter, Jed?
W.
The W does. So I'm going to cross out this little letter W. I'm going to make it a capital letter W. And Jed, is my sentence right now?
Yes.
My sentence is now 100% correct.
No.
It isn't. Well, then what needs to be fixed?
You have to.
Students watching, do you see what I need to fix? Jed, what is it? How about Tyson reads our sentence again? And Tyson, read it with that good expression. And let's see if Jed remembers what we need.
Will Max eat the cake?
Good. And what needs to go at the end, Jed?
Exclamation point.
Not quite. Think one more time. I'm asking a question. I don't know if he's going to eat this cake, so what goes at the end?
Period.
Really close. You've almost got it. Why don't we help Jed out? Students watching, do you know what goes at the end? And what goes at the end, Willow?
An exclamation point.
Not an exclamation point. That means I'm excited. I'm asking a question. I don't know if he's going to eat this cake. What goes at the very end of this sentence, Leah?
Question mark.
A question mark is it. And Jed and Willow and students watching, notice what our question mark looks like. I'm moving one up that's made out of paper, or I could just draw a question mark on my board and it means the same thing. When I ask a question, I want to put a question mark at the end of the sentence. I don't know if Max is going to eat the cake. Maybe he's not hungry. Maybe he is really hungry. So I'm asking the question of whether he will eat the cake. Well, I've got another sentence on my board. Students watching, read our sentence in orange to us. And read this sentence out loud to us. Jaden L.
Stop, Flip, stop.
Great expression. What do you think? Did I do a good job on this sentence? Is it right?
No.
It isn't. Students watching, give me one thing that I need to fix. And Jaden L, what's something I need to fix?
There has to be a big letter at the beginning.
There does. I need to start with a capital letter. And Jaden, tell me what I need to have for my capital letter.
A capital S.
Yes, I need to cross out my lowercase s. I need to put a capital letter S. Now am I right, Jaden?
No.
I'm not. What do I need to fix now?
Exclamation.
She's right. Students watching, did you hear her that she said an exclamation point? She saw when she read the sentence something was about to happen. Do you see Flip? What is Flip writing, students watching? And what is Flip writing, Xavier?
A bicycle.
And he's about to run into something. So Jaden, he's on the bike. We need him to stop. Read it again. Students watching, join her.
Stop, Flip, stop.
Excellent job. Did you hear her expression? I needed the exclamation point, and are you ready for the good news? Flip did not run into the tree. He heard Jaden L. He stopped his bike just in time. You stopped an accident from happening. So remember, when we have sentences, we always want to start with a capital letter. But we don't always end with a period. If we had put a period at the end of Jaden L's sentence, all she would have said was stop, Flip, stop. And Jaden L, would he have heard you?
No.
Probably not, so we had to have expression. For our third sentence, I didn't know if Max was going to eat the cake. I was asking a question, so I had to have a question mark. But my first two sentences did what a sentence normally did. It ended with a period. Well, I need some help on my board with some special sounds and marking of vowels. I'm going to have some teams come up to the front. Kendra, you're my team leader. Behind Kendra, I'd like to have Kira. Behind Kira, I'd like to have Hannah S. For my next team, we are going to start out with Jed. Behind Jed, I'm going to have Xavier. Behind Xavier, I'm going to have Benjamin. Here's your job. I want you to neatly circle this special sound, mark your vowels, and when you're done, hand your chalk to the person behind you and go right back to your seat. Now, students watching and boys and girls in our classroom, we're going to be looking at some words on the back of our card. I'm going to point to a word, or I might just give you a clue about a word on the card. If I point to a word, I'm going to tell you to do something special with the word. I might ask you to give me a rhyming word. I might ask you to tell me an opposite word, or I might ask you to use the word in a sentence. Let's look at this word right here. Give me a rhyming word for this word, students watching. Now, don't tell me the word. Give me a rhyming word for this word, Hannah A. Good, she's thinking. Students watching, did you think of a rhyming word? Yes, just like a little sound, just a little peep might come out of somebody's mouth or a little bird's mouth. Let's look at another set of words. Read these words carefully, and then I'm going to ask for you to do something. This word right here, I want you to use this word in a sentence. Students watching, give me a sentence using this word. And what is a good sentence using this word, Kyle?
My sister will brush her hair.
Be louder. That was a good one.
My sister will brush her hair.
Fantastic thinking, Kyle. That was an interesting sentence, and it had a complete thought. This word right here, I want a rhyming word, students watching. And give me a rhyming word, Leah. Think about it. us out, Jaden K. Can you think of a rhyming word?
Kick.
Kick is a good one. What's a different one, Leah? Oh, help us out, Kendra. What's a different one?
Pick.
Pick is a great one. Pick, kick. Leah, can you think of a different one? Maybe somebody's name. Think. Yes, that's a great one. Good thinking. Now, we'll come back to some of these and look at some more words, but first, let's look at our words we have on our board. First word right here. Students watching, read this word to us. And Kendra, what's our word?
Whip.
Nice job. What about this word right here? Read it to us, Kira.
Ducks.
Almost got it. What is SK going to say?
Sk.
Put your sk sound. What's your blend? Start with this letter.
Ducks. Ducks.
There you go. Do you know what dusk is, students watching? Dusk is that time right before the sun goes down. What about this word right here? Read your word to us. Willow, was this one yours? Hannah Espen, read your word, please.
Smash.
Smash is correct. This word right here, get us started with it. First word, Jed.
Gray.
Gray is just
Crust.
right. Xavier got crust. And our last word right here, Benjamin.
Twins.
Look one more time at your ending special sounds.
Twist.
Twist is it. I'm so glad you saw that special sound and you fixed it. Well, let's look again at our clue or at our cards. And let's look at some more words. So students watching, you join us as we are looking at these words. This word right here, I want you to give me a sentence using this word. And give me a good sentence using this word, Hannah S.
I had a weird dream.
She had a weird or she had a strange dream. Let's look at some more right here. This word right here. I want you to give me a sentence using this word. What's a good sentence using this word, Jacelyn? Can you think about something we talked about in Bible time? Students watching, can you think of something? Jen, you want to try a sentence using this word?
I am pride.
Well, you know, you could have pride, couldn't you? And is that a good thing to have, Jed?
No.
No, it isn't. He remembers that from Bible time. Thanks, Jacelyn. Thanks, Jed. Let's look at our next word right here. I want you to give me a good sentence using this word right here. Jacelyn, you ready for a sentence with this word? What is it?
I will eat grapes.
Sounds really good. Our next one, I've got a clue for it. It's somebody's last name. What is it? And Kira.
Smith.
Fantastic. This next one right here. You weigh yourself on this. Students watching, do you know? And what's our answer, Xavier?
Scale.
Fantastic. This one right here. If you have a question, this is what you need to do. Students watching? And help us, Tyson.
Ask.
Yes, if you have a question, you have to ask. This word right here, I want you to give me a sentence using this word. Think about what it means. And give me a sentence using this word. Rio.
I have a task.
Yes, a task is a job. We have a lot of tasks, don't we? This next one right here, I want you to point to it. On your body. Do you know where it is, students watching? Come up to the front, Xavier, and show us where you're pointing. That's it. Another name for your back is your spine. Hands are right in your lap. Let's look at this one right here. Jesus died on this. Good. I think our students watching found it already. And Lucas, what's our word?
Cross.
Fantastic job. Next one is this one right here. A bird might make this sound. And help us out, Benjamin. Good job. Give me a rhyming word now for tweet, students watching. And give me a rhyming word, Leah. Think about your candy. How do you like your candy to be?
Sweet.
Sweet. Is it? Give me another rhyming word. Tweet, sweet, Isaiah.
Sweet tea.
Well, you're putting it together. Give me a rhyming word. If I have a piece of cake that's sweet, what am I going to do to it?
Eat it.
That's it. Tweet, sweet, eat. Now we want a sentence using the word tweet. Students watching, help me with a sentence. And help me with a good sentence, Kira.
I had a bird and he tweeted.
Yes, and we could say the bird will say tweet. Good thinking, Kira. Last one is this one right here. I want you to give me a sentence using this word. Got it?
Students watching, did you give me one? All right, I'm ready for a good sentence. Hannah S.
My mom is splendid.
Your mom is splendid. I agree. Students watching, you're splendid. Boys and girls in this classroom, I think you're splendid.